Prosecco. This is whole wheat pasta. Making this right here. It is whole wheat, good source of protein. Got the water boiling, almost. But I'm gonna go ahead and put some, what do you call this right here? Salt, I guess. Put some salt in here. I'll salt the water. It gives a little bit of flavor to the pasta. Just put a little bit of salt in there. So what I have going on, so I'm gonna be making pasta. I'm gonna be making the ground turkey, right here. Ground turkey, 100% organic. Ground turkey. Mary's free range ground turkey, put that in there. Then I'll be cooking that in this. I'm gonna show you how to do this. And I'm also gonna be using unfiltered Pisano's olive oil. I have Rao's homemade marinara sauce. I don't know why I have this out. This is just some cabbage, absolute. I have some dried basil, and then let's some cheese. What kind of cheese is this? This is Satori cheese, Merlot, whatever. I don't know. It tastes good. And we cut up some tomatoes. So this is going to be a hybrid from scratch food. Tomato paste, anchovy paste. Anchovy paste adds a good flavor to it. Tomato paste if I need to thicken it up. Have onion. Look at that. Absolute. Might even throw some pepper in it. Some garlic. Some cheese grater. Grater good. Some oregano. Absolute. And some pepper. Put some of that in it. Get started with this right here. See how the framing is right here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add some of the stuff in here. So I have water going right here. Get that to a boil. Add the pasta to it. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and get the meat started as well. The meat's going to cook actually relatively fast. Going to cut up the tomatoes. And I'm just going to cook them down with the top on it. I'll cook the tomatoes. Find the top. We're going to do the top. Put the top on it. And then at the top that I'm going to put on it, after I put the tomatoes in there. And go ahead and put this in here right here. Add, start a poll. I'm not going to add that. I'm going to do this. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and put all this stuff in here. I'm going to cut up some tomatoes. I don't do all the fancy stuff, the peeling off the skin. I just cut them up and just throw them inside of the pot. So got this going. 3 tomatoes. I had to get them while they were ripe. Come out of the fridge before they went bad. So I cut them up just like this. And I do something simple. I just throw them inside of the pot like this. And then turn the pot on and cook them down. So I'm going to put these higher temperature for right now. As they cook down, I'm actually going to turn it down lower so the tomatoes don't overcook and end up burnerating. Absolutely. So I have that going right here. I'm going to put the top on while these cook down. I'm going to turn it up high for a little bit. And then once the pasta water starts boiling, I'm going to add the whole wheat pasta. Might as well do it now. Almost. Give it another minute or so. I'm going to I have like fresh garlic. I'm going to be using this. I'm going to cut it up in a couple of different ways. I'm going to cut it up I'm going to cut it up in a fine mesh. I don't know what you call it, a mesh. But a grater. Go ahead and put this in here. Absolutely. So I have that. So here are the cloves right here. Look at that. Fresh cloves of garlic. this down here. I like fresh garlic as opposed to dried or powdered garlic. Has a different flavor to it. Has a garlic flavor to it, and powdered garlic, I guess it has a garlic flavor to it too, but it's a powdered garlic flavor, which is different. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down here. Looks like water is boiling right here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some noodles in it. Put it in there. Put some pasta in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple more cloves of the garlic. You smell the tomatoes cooking. Just gonna turn that down. And then perhaps press them down. So what happens is, you're gonna get the water from the tomatoes. It's gonna actually help boil it. I'm just gonna take a cup. Just gonna press them down just a little bit, just to get some of the water out of the tomatoes, and to get these cooking. See how the water that came through? Absolute. So you got the water down there. I can turn the pot down just a little bit. Where's the top? I'm gonna put the top right here. So I put the top on it. I'm just gonna let the tomatoes cook down. Got the pasta on the back burner. A couple more of these. Absolute. So what I like to do with this right here is I have this grater right here. And what I do is I put it in the grater. Like it's starting to boil over. I'm gonna show you a trick what I do with water when it's starting to boil over the pasta. I do this. Some people are against it, but just add a little bit of oil to it and watch. The bubble goes away. Look, it goes away. Just like that. Or you can turn it down if you want to. But I chose to do that. So what I was doing is I was putting the garlic inside of the grater. Right? And get a couple more pieces right here. Look at that. Couple more pieces in there. So once I do that, you have a couple of pieces on top. You can still use these and put this to the side. And then I'll, look at that. Get that fine garlic right there. Look at that. Come up the screen and smell that. Absolute. All right, so this right here, I'll let this air out. And when it airs out, it's gonna have a nice flavor to it. So I'm gonna put that there. And then I have the turkey. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this. This ground turkey right here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the back burner on. And this is frozen, but I'm going to show you what I do to cook the frozen turkey. I'm just going to open this up right here and put that in there. It's going to start cooking, but because it's frozen, I have to cook it a little different. So I have that in there. I'm just going to wait for the pan to actually get hot. What's going on? I'm just going to go ahead. I got some onion and some bell pepper. Let me go ahead and cut this up while all this is going on. Check on the tomatoes really quick. Go ahead and press this. Just get the rest of mash these up right here. Get the water out of the tomatoes. Let me go ahead and put that on there. What's happening is cooking down the tomatoes. Now see this right here. This is cooking right here. It's frozen, but it's cooking. This is a method that I coined back in chef school. Get my knife. I'm gonna just do the whole onion or onion. That whole onion right here, onion. Just gonna go ahead and cut this up. Get this ready for the sauce. I keep the pieces half like this. Boom. Turn the tomato sauce. All right, so this is cooking, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you the method I do use for cooking frozen turkey. Right, so I have this right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and flip this. Boom. And you're like, what do you do now? So I'm gonna show you. While it's cooking right there, I'm gonna get the top. Look at this top. And I have this on high. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have some water right here. I'm just gonna put a little bit right here. Not too close because you could burn yourself. So have that in there. And what's happening right here, what's happening is that the steam right here is actually thawing out the rest of the turkey. So I have the onion. I go ahead and put the onion. Sorry about my French accent. Go ahead and put the onion inside of the bowl. Look at that. Fresh onion. And I have some garlic. A couple pieces of the garlic. I'm going to cut this up. I'm cutting this up right here. And I'm going to add large pieces of this to the sauce. It's going kind of fast. I'm going to bring it down. So I have the green the onion, and then I have the bell pepper. I have red bell pepper. Normally I use the green bell pepper, but this is what I have. Cut it, seeds in there, peel out seeds. Got the seeds out, you see. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cut the bell pepper up. Like this right here, fairly large pieces of bell pepper. Side right here. Cut that in half right here. Absolutely. I'm just gonna stack this on top of the onion. Keep this aside, getting it ready for to be added. Check on the noodles. See if they're al dente yet. So check this out. Not quite. So you have the pan right here. Should be thawed. Brought it down a little bit. Bring the temperature up. So it's almost thawed. And so what I do right here is I split it up. A little bit of water still in the pan. So I'm going to take that and let's go ahead, turn the pan up, and in a minute it can be completely thawed and I can finish cooking the ground turkey to a safe temperature. Absolutely. Put that in 8. check. You want to put the top on. That'll actually help with cooking that. So now I'm going to take the cheese I have right here, and I'm going to grate some of the cheese. It's called prep work. This is what I learned in chef school. It's a word called prep work, right? So I'm going to go ahead and cut the cheese. Excuse me. It's good cheese. I'm going to bite of it. Making a mess over here, right? It's all good. Got the cheese in there. Get a little bit more. The cheese going on. Go ahead and put this away. Absolutely. Let's see what we have going on over here. Check on the sauce, tomatoes. So I want these to cook down. That's the reason why I want them to cook all the way. That's why I have the top on. And after they cooked enough, I'm going to take the top off to let some of the water evaporate. Check on this. Should be al dente. Alrighty. I'm going to take the top off for this one. And stir this up right here. Chop it up so it's completely thawed. Now it has to cook all the way. Alright, so now it's cooked a little bit. Go ahead and put some garlic on it. So, not all of it. I'm going to leave a little bit for the sauce. A little bit of pepper here. I think I broke this. I had some pepper somewhere. There it is. Alright, so I have the pepper in there. Go ahead and stir this. Turn this up high. Alright, so that's going. Let me check on the sauce. Should be cooked. Now I'm going to keep the top off on this right here and let some of the water evaporate so it's not water. I'm going to take the dried basil. I'm just going to add this to the mix. I'm just going to crush it up a little bit. No need to cut it. You gotta cut it. You don't know that. Alright, so I have that in there. Cut it. I have what is this? Cabbage. I have this right here, so left over from the other night. So I'm gonna cut this up. I'm gonna throw it in the mix too, and cut this up. You gotta cut it. Cut it. All right, so I have it cut up right here, just to throw it in there. Probably gonna mess it up a little bit, but oh well. Check on this. Stir this up right here. Look at that sauce. Pasta should be done now, so I'm gonna take the pasta al dente. Watch that. Watch this for me. Make sure it doesn't burn. Pasta right here. Let's see that. Turn this off. That eye off. So the pasta's good. Al dente. Just stir this. Let it brown it a little bit. What I'm going to do, let it brown, and so when it does this, it's going to add flavoration to it. Nice sauce going on. A little bit of salt to the sauce. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn this down some and remove the meat from the pan. I'm going to use this pan to saute the vegetables. Have that out. Alright, so I have that. That's what I'm going to do. I take the peppers out and put the onions because the bell peppers will cook too fast. So I'm going to separate it, only to add it back. One you got in there. Pull it out. And I'm going to add some olive oil. And to the sauce, now I'm going to add the oregano. I have dehydrated oregano. Add that there. That in there. Now the cabbage. Throw that in there. Take the garlic, wait on the garlic, stir this up. Turn this on high. I'm going to do the same steam method that I did before. Except for right out the top. So I'm cooking that. I'm going to try the meat. Turkey meat. Good. Let it burn. The steam method right here. Yeah. Let that cookerate. Now I'm going to add peppers. The garlic. Stir that. Got the garlic in there. Add some pepper here. Look at that. Oregano. A lot of vegetables in that pot. Alright. Steam action going on right here to cook the vegetables down. And once this water evaporates from out of here, and they've been cooked down a little bit, we're going to get the sauce ready to go inside. Checking the sauce. Now look how thick the sauce got right here. Thicker than a Snicker. Look at that. Those tomatoes that you saw at the beginning, this is where they're at right now. They started at the bottom and I guess now they're here, right? So the sauce cooked down. So I'm gonna turn this pot right here down off, or you can on low. Got some burning action going on here, but it's not too bad, so add some flavor. I'm going to add some olive oil to it. Throw the meat back on top of vegetables. Right there. Stir this in. And then I have the rest of Ryle's homemade marinara. Only had half a jar. I'm just going to add this to it. And I have some anchovy paste. This adds to flavor. I add some anchovy paste to the sauce. Adds a nice taste to it, as well as a little bit of salt to it. Stir this up right here. The flavors in there. Alright, so I'm just going to pour this in here. See how acidic this is. So if it's acidic, not too bad. I'll just add some cheese to it to take this acidity off. It's not too acidic. Turn this on. I'm just going to stir this. It's relatively thick right now. If you want to thin it out, add a little bit of water to it. Look at that. Absolute. Now, normally I let this cook for a while, but for the video's purposes, just go ahead and get the process started. Going a little bit faster. Clean up. There it is. While you get in closer, you can see the sauce. It's hot. Just gonna wait for some of the water to evaporate. Got a thick sauce right here. See the basil in there. Smell the oregano. Might add a little bit more oregano. Pepper. So this is good the next day after it's been sitting inside. Of the fridge, letting the flavor permeate, chef terminology. Stir this to get the flavor mixed in. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely. I'm going to take pasta, put in a bowl. Just letting the water evaporate. So this is the pasta right here. This is the secco. So if you eat whole wheat pasta, this is a go-to right here. Secco. So I have the pasta here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some sauce on top. Using my spoon with the holes in it. And I have the cheese. Look at that, put that on top. Not too much. There you have it. It's dinner right there. Only thing I can say about this right here is, what can I say about this? Absolute.